I live a very different experience as a black woman in this country than does someone white. It doesn't matter what class we're from, what education levels we have. We're living in two different Americas, and you see that narrative playing out every day, whether it's the 911 calls on black people sitting at Starbucks or laying in a dorm room at Yale or eating lunch at Smith College, or the way that we're treated in predatory lending, or the way that police stops and the altercations with the police. It is a very different experience, and I think that what we have to do if we're going to fix this is have the conversation about race that we still have yet to have as a country. Yes, we've had legislation. Yes, we've passed laws, but you can't legislate people's hearts. And your guest said something profound when the young man said, it's when I had to talk to my enemies. Listen to what he said. When he had to engage those with whom he had fear or anger or ignorance about, that's when he really understood this is not the right way. That's the way forward for us, talking and engaging and listening and not dismissing each other, but actually hearing each other.
That's well said, Sophia. And Christian, to Reverend Sharpton's previous point about President Trump, when you talk to people like Gabe, you talk to other white supremacists who are willing to talk to you and reach out to you, do they bring up President Trump? Do they feel like he's given them some cover to sort of come out from under their rocks?
You know, absolutely. What he's doing is he's normalizing the language that they use behind closed doors. That's a little bit edgier, a lot edgier. But they feel so empowered by this because they feel like they have a person who has their back. Because he's using more palatable language than they use, but he's speaking the same language. For somebody like me, what he's saying is not a dog whistle, it's a bullhorn.
Sophia, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and it breaks my heart to hear the President of the United States is responsible for this. I mean, you had some great clips on the lead-in, Ronald Reagan and others. No Republican president in my lifetime has talked like this. No president has talked like this. And Donald Trump, it's not a dog whistle. It is a bullhorn. It is a, calling the black players in NFL sons of bees, and it's the language. I grew up in working class America. Italian Americans, Irish Americans, we were the first black family on our block. I know what it's like to grow up in that kind of environment, and Trump stokes that kind of thing with people that are already afraid of losing their jobs, losing their wealth, losing their ability to send their kids to school. They're fearful, and he stokes it. And this gentleman's absolutely right, and it makes me sad because that's not what the President of the United States of America ought to ever do. That's not his job.
And yet he continues to do it. This documentary is going to be fascinating. Breaking Hate airs this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's here on MSNBC. Christian Picciolini, thank you very much for being here today. Sophia Nelson, always great to have your perspective with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.